Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk with Hana. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening from home, from your commute, or while you're making breakfast, we are so glad you've joined us.
Hey, great to have you all back. I was just thinking about this topic we're covering today, and I couldn't stop talking about it all morning. I literally wouldn't stop.
You really couldn't. I think you messaged me about it like 5 times before we even started recording.
Okay, maybe 4 times, but once you hear what we're talking about, you'll understand why I was so excited.
So today we are talking about someone you have definitely heard of, Elon Musk. And we're not just talking about his companies or his money. We're talking about something much more interesting, the strange habits that helped him become so successful.
That's right, and I want to be clear, some of these habits are really unusual. Some of them might even surprise you, but that's exactly what makes them so fascinating to talk about in English.
And here's the exciting part. By the end of today's episode, you're going to be able to talk about habits and routines in a much more natural way. You'll learn new vocabulary, useful phrases, and how to describe someone's lifestyle in real English conversation.
Before we go any further, we want to hear from you. Do you have any unusual habits or routines that help you study English or stay focused? Drop them in the comments right now. We read every single one.
We really do. And if you're enjoying this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe to Talk with Hana so you never miss a new episode. It really helps us a lot.
Alrighty, let's get into it. First, we're going to start with one of the most talked about habits, how Elon Musk manages his time. And trust me, it's not how most people do it.
Okay, so the very first habit we're going to talk about is something called time blocking. This is a method that Elon Musk is famous for using. And once you understand it, you might want to try it yourself.
So what exactly is time blocking? It's when you divide your day into very specific blocks of time, and each block is for just one task. The structure is simple. You pick a task, you give it a time slot, and you only do that one thing during that time.
Right, and for Elon Musk, those blocks are extremely short. We're talking about 5-minute blocks. Imagine your entire day broken into 5-minute pieces. That's how he schedules his life.
Here are a few examples of how you might use this in everyday life. Let's say block 1 is from 8 to 8:05. That's for checking your email. Block 2 is from 8:05 to 8:10. That's for replying to messages. Block 3 is from 8:10 to 9. That's for a meeting. Everything has its place.
I actually tried something like this once. I blocked off 30 minutes just for cooking dinner and refused to look at my phone the whole time. It felt strange at first, but I got it done so much faster.
That's a great example. You see, when we block our time, we focus better. We don't jump from task to task. Psychologists actually call that task switching, and they say it's one of the biggest enemies of productivity.
Oh, that's so true. Have you ever been studying English and then you check your phone and suddenly 30 minutes are gone?
Every single day. Okay, so now let's think about the vocabulary here. The word schedule means to plan something for a specific time. For example, I scheduled a meeting for Monday morning. Another word is productive, which means getting a lot of useful things done. And efficient means doing something well without wasting time or energy.
Can you use one of those words in a sentence right now? Try it in the comments. We'd love to see your examples. For instance, can you say, my morning routine is very, and fill in the blank?
Now let's talk about the negative form. What happens when people don't manage their time well? We say someone wastes time or loses track of time. For example, I lost track of time watching videos, or I wasted the whole afternoon doing nothing important.
And Elon Musk is very public about the fact that he doesn't want to waste a single minute. He said in interviews that sometimes he eats lunch in meetings so he doesn't lose that time.
Which I have to say sounds exhausting, but it clearly works for him. Can you imagine your lunch break being a business meeting? What do you think about that? Let us know in the comments. So to quickly review this section, time blocking means planning your day in very specific time slots using short blocks of focused time and avoiding task switching to stay more productive. Those are the key ideas here.
All right, let's move on to the second strange habit, and this one is something that almost every super successful person shares. Elon Musk is an incredibly voracious reader. That means he reads a huge amount and he reads quickly and eagerly.
When Elon was young, people who knew him said he would read for 10 hours a day. 10 hours! And he didn't just read one kind of book. He read science fiction, engineering textbooks, biographies, philosophy, everything.
In fact, when someone asked him how he learned to build rockets, his answer was basically, I read books. He taught himself rocket science through reading. That's pretty unbelievable.
It really is. And the interesting English expression here is self-taught. It means you learn something on your own without a teacher or a formal class. For example, she's a self-taught guitarist, or he's a self-taught programmer.
Now, the difference between casual reading and Musk's kind of reading is important. Casual reading is when you read for fun without a specific goal, like reading a novel before bed. But intensive reading is when you read to understand something deeply, to take notes, to ask questions.
Compare these two sentences. First, I read a few pages of a magazine while I waited. Second, I read 3 chapters of a business book and took notes on every key idea. Can you hear the difference in approach?
Absolutely. Now, in formal English, we often say someone devours books to mean they read very fast and eagerly. She devours books sounds more vivid than she reads a lot. In informal conversation, you might just say she's a total bookworm.
That means someone who loves to read. Okay, here's a quick practice activity for you. First, think about the last book you read, or an article, or anything. Second, describe it in one English sentence using the verb read or learn. Third, post it in the comments. For example, I read an article about health habits last week and I learned that sleep is really important.
I love those kinds of comments. And here's a tip for reading in English, inspired by Musk's approach. First, choose a topic you're genuinely curious about. Second, don't try to understand every single word. Focus on the main ideas. Third, after reading, try to explain what you learned to someone else. That really helps you remember it.
I want to hear from you. What's the last thing you read in English? It doesn't have to be a book. Even a news headline counts. Write it in the comments below. So the takeaway from this section, Elon Musk treats reading as a tool for learning, not just entertainment. He reads widely, reads intensely, and uses knowledge from many different fields to solve problems. That's a habit we can all borrow.
Okay, now we're getting into what I think is the most fascinating habit of all. And this one is a little more intellectual, but don't worry. We're going to make it very clear and very practical.
It's called first principles thinking, and this is something Musk talks about a lot in his interviews. Let's break it down simply. A principle is a basic rule or truth. First principles means going back to the most basic truths and building your understanding from there, instead of just copying what everyone else does.
Here's a real-life example from Musk himself. When he was trying to build affordable rockets, people told him it was impossible because rocket parts are too expensive. But instead of accepting that, he asked, what are rockets actually made of? What do the raw materials cost? And he found out the materials were much cheaper than people assumed. It was the manufacturing process that was expensive. So he changed the process.
That is such a great story. So instead of thinking rockets are expensive, that's just the way it is, he thought, why are they expensive? What's actually causing the cost? That's first principles thinking.
In English, we have a great idiom for the opposite of this. We say someone is thinking inside the box when they accept existing limits without questioning them. And we say someone thinks outside the box when they find creative solutions that others haven't considered.
Can you think of a time when you thought outside the box? Maybe a creative solution you found to a problem at school or at work? Share it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious.
Now, let's look at some useful phrases for this kind of thinking. You can say, let's go back to basics. That means let's start from the beginning. Or, why do we do it this way? That's a first principles question. Or, is there a better way to approach this?
These are very natural phrases in professional settings. In a meeting, you might hear, let's step back and think about why we're doing this in the first place. That's a very common expression in business English.
Here's a mini practice moment. I'm going to give you a problem and you tell me a creative solution. Ready? Here's the problem. You want to learn English faster, but you're very busy. What's a creative solution? Think about it. Don't just say study more. What's your outside-the-box idea?
Ooh, I love this. My answer is watch your favorite TV shows in English with English subtitles. You're doing something you enjoy and learning at the same time. That's efficient.
Great example. Okay, I'd love to hear yours in the comments. And try to explain your idea using phrases like, the reason I think this works is, or one creative approach is to...
To bring this section together, together, first principles thinking means not accepting assumptions. It means asking why and going back to the most basic facts before building a solution. You can apply this to language learning, to your career, to any problem in your life.
All right, let's be honest for a second. When we talk about successful people like Elon Musk in English, there are some very common language mistakes that learners make, and even native speakers sometimes get confused. So let's go through them together.
Mistake number 1 is mixing up habit and hobby. These two words sound a little similar, but they mean different things. A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking much, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. A hobby is an activity you do for fun and enjoyment in your free time.
So it would be wrong to say reading is Elon Musk's habit. Well, actually, it kind of is his habit, but more precisely, you'd say reading is a habit of his, or he has a reading habit. If it's something he enjoys recreationally, you'd say reading is one of his hobbies. The difference is in how intentional and automatic the action is.
Here's a funny example of getting this wrong. Imagine saying, my hobby is washing dishes. That sounds strange. Washing dishes is a habit or a chore, not a hobby, unless you genuinely love it, in which case, good for you.
Mistake number 2 is using successful and famous as if they mean the same thing. Someone can be famous without being successful, and someone can be very successful without being famous at all.
The correct sentence is, Elon Musk is both famous and successful, not he is famous because he is successful. Those are related but not the same. His fame comes from being visible in media, his success comes from building valuable companies.
Mistake number 3 is a grammar issue, using the wrong verb tense when talking about habits. In English, we use the present simple tense to describe habits. So we say, he reads every morning, not he is reading every morning. The second one sounds like something happening right now, not a habit.
Here are 2 quick examples for practice. Correct. She wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. Correct. He skips breakfast when he's very busy. Try making your own sentence about a daily habit and write it in the comments.
Mistake number 4 is confusing routine and schedule. A routine is a set of habits you do in a regular order. A schedule is a plan with specific times. Your morning routine might include wake up, stretch, make coffee, check email. Your schedule tells you wake up at 6, stretch at 6:05, coffee at 6:15.
Both words are useful and both come up naturally when discussing successful people. Musk follows a strict schedule and he has a very disciplined routine are both natural English sentences.
And please, don't be embarrassed about making mistakes. Every single person learning English makes them. The important thing is that you notice the mistake, understand why it's wrong, and try again. That's exactly how Elon Musk approaches failure in business, actually.
That's such a good point. Mistakes are just information. They tell you what to adjust. Keep going, keep trying, and you will improve. We absolutely believe in you.
Okay, now it's time for our favorite part, interactive practice. I'm going to give you some situations with 2 choices, and you pick the one that sounds more natural and correct in English. Ready? Let's go.
And here's a fun challenge. Try saying your answer out loud before reading the explanation. Say it clearly like you're telling a friend. That speaking practice is so valuable.
Situation 1. You want to tell someone that Musk reads a lot. Which sounds better? Option A, he reads books every day. Option B, he is reading books every day.
The answer is option A. He reads books every day, uses present simple, which is correct for habits and routines. He is reading suggests he's doing it right now, in this moment.
Situation 2. You're describing a personal habit. Which is more natural? Option A, I have a habit of drinking coffee in the morning. Option B, I have a hobby of drinking coffee in the morning.
Definitely option A. Coffee in the morning is a habit, not a hobby. Unless coffee tasting is your passion, in which case option B might work, but it sounds a bit unusual in normal conversation.
Situation 3. You're describing why Musk succeeded. Option A, he succeeded because he worked very hardly. Option B, he succeeded because he worked very hard.
Option B is correct. Hard is already an adverb here. We don't add ly to it. He worked hard is the natural form. This is a mistake even advanced learners make sometimes, so remember it.
Situation 4. You want to say Musk has a plan for his day. Option A, he follows a strict routine. Option B, He follows a strict habit.
Option A sounds much naturaler. We follow a routine or stick to a routine. We don't usually follow a habit. Habits are things we have, not follow. You'd say he has a habit of working late, not he follows a habit of working late.
Now here's your challenge. Create your own sentence using one of the words we practiced today: habit, routine, schedule, or self-taught. Write it in the comments. Be creative. There are no wrong answers as long as you try.
And remember, real conversation is never perfect. Native speakers make grammar slips all the time. What matters is getting your meaning across clearly and confidently. That's the real goal.
Wow, what an episode. I honestly never get tired of this topic. Okay, let's quickly go over everything we covered today because we packed in a lot of really useful English and really fascinating ideas.
We covered 3 main habits from Elon Musk's life. Number 1, time blocking, the practice of dividing your day into focused time slots so you can work without distraction. Number 2, reading intensively and widely, building knowledge across many fields, becoming what Musk calls a learning machine. Number 3, first principles thinking, questioning assumptions, going back to basics, and solving problems in creative, original ways.
And along the way, you picked up some really great vocabulary. Words like productive, efficient, self-taught, voracious, and schedule. Plus expressions like think outside the box, lose track of time, and go back to basics. These are all phrases you can use in real conversations starting today.
Here's something to reflect on as you go about your day. Which of Musk's habits do you think would help you the most with learning English? Is it the time blocking, setting aside focused study time every day? Is it the reading habit, making a commitment to read something in English every single day? Or is it the first principles approach, asking yourself what you really need to improve and why?
I'd love for you to share your answer in the comments. And while you're there, write one English sentence using something you learned today. Even just one sentence is a step forward.
Don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, leave a comment, share it with a friend who's learning English, and subscribe to Talk with Hana so you get our new episodes the moment they come out. Your support means everything to us.
And remember, success in English, just like success in life, comes from small habits done consistently. You don't have to study for 10 hours like Elon Musk. You just have to show up, do a little bit every day, and trust the process.
You're doing amazing. Seriously, the fact that you're here listening, learning, and pushing yourself, that's already a habit of a successful person. We're cheering for you every step of the way. See you next time.